Good day, everyone. Please introduce myself. My name is Mediana Aryuni. I am from Bina Nusantara University, Jakarta, Indonesia. Today, I will present my paper entitled Text Mining for Radicalism Detection System of Twitter Contents in Indonesia. The contents of my presentations are: first, introduction; second, literature study; third, data and methods; fourth, result and discussion. The last one is conclusion. Introduction. Nowadays, the communications and interactions of people move from offline into online. The electronic platform that mostly used is social media. Social media is used to share opinions. Meanwhile, many extremist organizations employ social media to expand radicalism belief and for member recruitment. Radicalism belief is a big concern for Indonesia, as the significant growth of Indonesian people being recruited by extremist organizations via social media. So, a social media content analysis model for detecting radicalism needs to be developed. The form of information in social media mostly are text documents. So, text mining can be deployed to explore the information. This research has two objectives. The first objective, we want to propose Twitter content analysis model to detect radicalism content using Indonesian language. The second objective, we want to compare the performance of naive Bayes and support vector machine as classifier model. The main steps of text mining are: first, preprocessing. Preprocessing aims to convert unstructured text document into structured form. The states in preprocessing are tokenization, which transforms a text document into distinct terms or tokens, while stopwords removal used to delete stopwords. Third, feature extraction maps text documents into a real value vector. Binary term weighting is one of feature extraction techniques, which just examines term appearance with 1 or term absence with 0 in a document. Second, text mining method selections. There are two types of learning in text mining, namely supervised and unsupervised learning. The technique in text mining that can be deployed to classify a text document into predetermined category is text categorization or classification, which is supervised learning technique. Many researchers presented text mining methods for radicalism detection from Twitter content using naive Bayes and support vector machine. Now I want to show why we propose our model with naive Bayes and support vector machine. The benefits of naive Bayes are: first, simple; second, effective; and third, has high accuracy. While the benefits of support vector machines are better at memory and for high-dimensional datasets. Now I explains about the data and methods that used in this research. First, the datasets. We use tweet data for Indonesian language. Second, data collection. This research was collected 106 tweets in Indonesia language. Third, the text analysis. We propose classifier model using naive Bayes and support vector machine. There were three main stages in this research, namely pre-processing, text classification, and how to evaluate the performance of classifier. The pre-processing consists tokenization, stop words removal, and feature extraction using binary term weighting. While text classification will use naive Bayes and support vector machine using holdout method, both of them as the classifier model. And the last one, the classifier evaluation, we use precision, recall, and F-measure. This table shows the result of this research. This table compares classifier model accuracy using naive Bayes and support vector machine. Precision, recall, and F-measure with micro and macro averaging were used to measure classifier performance. This table shows the performance of naive Bayes and support vector machine classifier based on F-measure value with micro and macro averaging for naive Bayes, respectively, were 89% and 88%. While F-measure values of support vector machine with micro and macro averaging were 85% and 81%. Naive Bayes had better performance than support vector machine in both micro and macro averaging. Based on this table, it revealed that performance measures using micro averaging were slightly better than using macro averaging. The conclusion of this research are: this research proposed a model to examine Twitter contents for radicalism detection by comparing the performance of naive Bayes and support vector machine. The results shows that naive Bayes has better performance for F-measure in both micro and macro averaging, respectively of 89% and 88%, while for support vector machine are 85% and 81%. For future work, we want to compare term weighting regarding to performance, and we want to compare ensemble classifier also regarding to performance. Okay, this is the end of my presentations. Thank you for your attention.